Namaskar and welcome to Janvani. We're here at the War Cemetery in Kohima, where more than 1,400 young soldiers, the mortal remains of them are buried here, who took part in the Battle of Kohima way back in 1944. Many of them as young as in their 20s. And on the inscription is written, they gave their lives for today for a better tomorrow. Well, we are discussing the better tomorrow in Nagaland because the elections are around the corner in Nagaland. On the 27th of this month, the state goes to the polls to elect its 13th assembly, and we will be discussing with representatives of the top political parties here and the people from a cross-section of society. We're going to discuss the issues in this election. So let me introduce you to our panelists. We have from the Nationalist Democratic Progressive Party, the Vice President, Menho Vile Keseze. Representing the Naga People's Front, we have Pushika Aomi. Representing the BJP, we have Eduzu Thilu and Captain G.K. Zumohi from the Congress Party. So let me first start by asking each one of you why these people should be voting for your political party. We'll start with the ruling party, the Naga People's Front.
This party is basically formed to defend and to safeguard the Naga identity. It is deeply rooted with the political identity of the Nagas. Since then, it has been standing for the Naga people, and for the first time after the state got its statehood in 1963, Naga people, since it has a political issues with them, we have previously boycotted two elections, general elections, and in 1964, when the regional party under the banner of Democratic Party of Nagaland, DPN, has elected 12 members. But in order to pave a way for the political solution, the entire elected members is resigned to pave a way for solution. Later on, it has fought the elections, but so to say, in 2003 only, it could form the government of its own with the absolute majority, with the political alliances with other political party. Since then, the Naga People's Front, led Dan, has ruled for last 15 years. With the different political situation arises, I think the people of Nagaland is a witness, living witness today. We have come up with the new manifestos with the clear call that we call this mission transformation of Nagaland, with the objective to change and to empower the youth and to invest its time and energy on human capitals. And I think with the self-centered and political mercenaries who have disturbed the governance, the party has taken a new vision that we will come up with new ideas, with the new reforms.
Let's move on to Nationalist Democratic Progressive Party, Mr. Menho Vile Keseze. Why should the electorate vote for you?
In line with our motto, facta non verba, deeds, not words, we wish to deliver the goods to our people. Here are I would like to highlight some of the points of our manifesto: good governance and transparency, anti-VIP culture and austerity drives, meritocracy and fairness, revamp education, youth empowerment, promote Make in Nagaland, tackle illegal immigrants issues, master plan for upliftment of Eastern Nagaland, welfare for journalists and media.
Fair enough.
These
Okay.
are few
These are
points of our manifesto.
Fair enough. Let's go across to the BJP, who is in alliance with you in this election. How different is your manifesto, and why should the people be voting anywhere both of you all are in alliance?
Thank you. Taking this privilege, I represent Bharatiya Janata Party in Nagaland. Bharatiya Janata Party is the largest political party in the world. And in Nagaland, we have alliance with NDPP 40-20. And I have confidence that we will get 20-20 from our party. Here, why we are coming to the people, we also have a manifesto, we have a vision for the people of Nagaland, for the welfare of Naga people, for the women, for the youth, for the students. I also would like to highlight a few points, few goals from our party manifesto.
Go ahead, sir. Yeah.
We are committed for Naga political solution. We want to create an innovative constituency. We want to bring infrastructure development fund. We are committed to protect all minorities. We respect all religion. We have a special program for senior citizens. We are committed to ensure good roads for all. We are committed to give housing for all, health for all, strengthening of organic farming,
Okay.
adopt stringent anti-corruption measures, strictly regulate illegal foreign immigrants,
Okay.
adaptation of climate change, employment for youth, empowerment of women. These are the few points I have highlighted now. We have many, but these
Sure.
are the
That's-
goals we are.
I think you'll have established basically what your party's theme
Yes.
is. Let's go across now to the Congress, which is only contesting 18 seats this time round. But still, what exactly, why should the people be voting for you, and why are you only contesting 18 seats?
Okay, firstly, I would like to make it clear to the people of Nagaland as well as the nation that today the situation is not only about the clash between the political parties, it is a clash of ideologies. On the record, Congress is an idea, an inclusive idea that gave the country independence, secularism, pluralism, liberal democracy. Today, the other idea, the antithesis of that is the other party which wants you to follow what they follow, eat what they eat, dress how they dress, and believe what they believe. What idea? Which side are you going to choose? That is why my appeal to the people of Nagaland is these are the two conflicting ideologies and ideas that are at play. Today in Nagaland, we have a scenario where all the three parties are in government for the last 15 years, and I'm shocked that instead of bringing up a document listing the list of achievements of the 15 years, are still promising us the goodies. That's ridiculous.
Okay.
Let's be rational. Our Congress, you have asked why we are contesting 18. We will be the game changer. Of course, the numbers may be discouraging for some, but we have gone for equality. And definitely, once the results are out, our MLAs, our elected members are going to be the deciders. As far as our manifesto is concerned, it is an all-inclusive manifesto, which we have earlier published in a roadmap also. First thing first, on our manifesto is the Lokayukta, which we had promised in 2003 manifesto. But sadly, at that point of time, our people didn't agree with us. Today, we are reiterating that, as well as we have a different set of, healthcare, welfare measures, and main focus will be road, health facilities, drinking water facilities, electricity, and education. These are the 5 core issues we are focusing on our manifesto during this election. Thank you.
Okay, let's now raise some of these important issues. Development is the key issue. And you know, I've been around just for one day in this state, but I've talked to a few people, and most of them simply say that there is no development in the state. So let me just ask the Naga People's Front, Mr. Aumi, you've been in power for 15 years. They say very plainly there is no development, there are no industries, there's very poor connectivity, people are struggling to get employment. What have you all been doing for 15 years?
Last 15 years, the NPF-led down government was in power. And definitely, yes, if there's no development as a political party is accusing of, then it depends on the leadership. It depends on the leadership, and the peoples have been already promised to develop infrastructure. If there's no road,
okay,
the corruption has taken a toll. It's toll, and those who have corrupted the system is out of our party, and we are happy about that. For which we seek the mandate of the people that the corrupted leaders has gone away from our party. So definitely there will be new changes.
Okay. Mr. Keseze, what are you all actually going to do for connectivity in this region? Because the roads are pretty bad, and well, the one highway that is between Dimapur and here, Kohima, is in pretty bad shape, and it's a major project.
We want to bring new changes to our system. Yes, NPF was in power for 15 years. My present leader, Nipurio, when NPF was zero, nil, not even a single MLA, he revived the NPF party. And from the government in 2003, 2008, 13, he got absolute majority and then make the NPF very stable. With a vision, he has gone to Delhi to talk about the Naga political solution. Okay. Handed over quietly the power to T.R. Zeleng and Dr. Sorajali. They have mismanaged the development, they have mismanaged everything. So from that point
So
onward,
are you saying the reason for the lack of development in the state is because there is no political solution to the Naga problem? Is that an excuse, or is that really the issue?
no.
Let's ask the BJP to comment on that question. What do you say, sir?
Regarding
Regarding the fact that, regarding the situation that there is a lack of development in the state, but it's being blamed on the fact that there is no solution to the Naga problem.
Okay, first point is development. Yes, since 2003, we were in the alliance government, but we were small in number. The NPF itself has an absolute majority. We were part of, but BJP was negligible. BJP was not given an important portfolio to develop for development. That is one. Second point for Naga solution, we all know when peace talk started, those who are in the negotiating table, we also don't know in detail. But after, in 2003, when Vajpayee, A.B. Vajpayee was a prime minister,
Yes.
he came to Nagaland and he recognized the unique history of Nagas. And he promised 4 lane Dimapur to Kohima. He assured Nagas in 2003. And now the progress is on. 4 lane from Dimapur to Kohima. And after that, Congress took over the central government. And now BJP took over the central government in 2014.
Okay.
And after that, the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he himself initiated to solve the Naga political issue.
Okay. Fair enough.
And framework agreement also was signed. And our party, our national leaders, our Honorable Prime Minister is determined, committed to solve the Naga political issue.
Okay. Mr. Captain Jimobi, they're blaming the 10 years of the UPA rule for the lack of development in terms of roads in this place. How would you answer that?
In fact, the 10 years of UPA from 2004 to 2014, so one of the highest investment in the state. Congress government does not discriminate any state government based on political party affiliations. We had pumped in hundreds and thousands of crores through various central flagship schemes that were badly misutilized, and the result is there for all to see. I need not elaborate further. You yourself are witnessing. I need not keep on harping that.
Okay, let's open this now to a round of questions from our audience.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. And we have heard your manifesto. My question is to the Congress government. Since we, as a political student, we know that, Congress is a party and now NPF is ruling. So you have talked about that 15 years where you were not there in the government. But is it not very important for an opposition party to keep a check on the ruling party that all those misuse amount or transaction or whatever it is, it is done. Where was Congress at the time? Because since this is a democratic country and we really need a good opposition, and it is really missing in our state. So since Congress was there as an opposition party and many more, I'm not saying that development have taken place, but where was Congress? Because they were our voices.
Where were you, Mr. Zamomi? Yeah, go ahead.
10 years in opposition from 2003 to 2013, we did our best. My former PCC officials is now in BJP sitting on my left. They are all aware how much we struggled to convince the Naga people. But then the Naga people didn't give us a mandate in 2013. We got only 8 MLAs. And those 8 MLAs also decided that enough is enough and they want to be part of ruling government, leaving us all alone. As a party, we are trying our best. The only thing is we did not have any representation in the assembly for the last 2.5 years. And that is where the actual debate, the actual laws are made. And that is where all the difference is made. And that is where the public, the people are facing the non-existence of Congress. Otherwise, as a party, we are trying to highlight and we're trying to pull out everything as much as possible.
Some other question?
Listen to their manifesto and ideologies. I feel like after 2018 general election, we Nagas are flying up the heaven. Well, my question to BJP. BJP has come to the power since 2014 at central level, and they were alliance with the NPF government at the state level, Nagaland. Well, talking about the Naga solution, why during the NPF alliance, what were you doing? What were you all doing? And then, after making disappearance with NPF, you want to bring Naga solution again. So my question is, why not with the NPF time you raised that question that bring the solution at the earliest, and why only during this election that the BJP wants to bring the solution to the Nagas?
I'm happy that you raised that question. As I've said before, in 2003, our BJP Prime Minister Abiy Vajpayee recognized and he proceeded the dialogue further. But after we lost power at the center, the UPA government did not take a footer for 10 years. And in 2014, the NDA government took over the government, and the dialogue process was in speed. And also, as I said, framework agreement was signed. And now 6 MPG also now in the negotiating table. Regarding Naga political issue, we all know it started before India got independence, long time back. And this Naga political issue cannot be solved within a short span of time. And as I said, our party, our BJP party is committed to solve amicable solution to settle the Naga political solution. And we are determined, we are committed, and we are sincere. And now I cannot say this much is done, this much is yet to be. That I cannot say now. But our central leaders also say Naga political solution dialogue is on, and a certain area is yet to be funneled, and our solution is nearing. That was conveyed by our central leaders.
Sir, India is a secular country where we have the right to, where every religion have the right to enjoy, where we have the right to eat, to dress. So why is the government not tolerating the other minorities?
Thank you for this question. I'm happy. I also want to reply for this question. Here, that the question, BJP respect every religion. We have equal respect to every religion, and we respect and we are working under the Constitution of India. And the Constitution says in Article 25 and 28 also, and we swore under the Constitution of India, and we are working under the Constitution of India. And here also, we also said we are determined, we are committed to protect every minorities, and we respect all religion equally.
I'm going to take a short break. You're watching Janvani coming to you from Kohima, from the War Cemetery here in Kohima. Do stay tuned. There are a lot more questions to be asked of our panelists. Stay with us. Welcome back. Now let me turn my attention to the Naga People's Front, the ruling party in the state. You know, some of the complaints are that in the education sector there has been very little development once again. This issue of scholarships not reached the students, not being paid. The midday meal scheme is apparently very poorly implemented in the state. How do you answer?
This is a PMJ post-matric scholarship is issued to the students, and I think that is based on the availability of fund through Ministry of Tribal Affairs. The state share, whichever is been given to the merit students, and I think when the central government, being a welfare state, the entire scholarship depends on the central funding, and I think it is more or less nothing to blame on the state government alone. The state share, the government is doing, but we cannot issue this on a piecemeal. And in regard to this educational development, it comes under human resource development. Purely it's funded by the consolidated fund, and I think it has got to do a lot to do with the union government. It has to tie up with the union government, and a lot more is progressing on that.
But what about school teachers not coming up for not showing up for class, and students left without school teachers? That's also an issue. At least that's a discipline issue.
This is a matter of governance. This is a matter of policy. And when this has been pointed out, the students' community has been raising these issues, and various complaints has been addressed. And it is still going on, and I think this is not alone. This is not the government alone can tackle it. Every citizen need to cooperate with the government to tackle this menace.
Mr. Kesese, how would you try and sort out this issue if you come to power?
We are discussing about the present government.
We're discussing about education, and which is
Okay.
apparently in a pretty bad shape. Not these students, they seem pretty well educated, but otherwise.
We are giving the special attention to the education department. We need changes. Now the present government is corrupted. They are not working for the people. So a new party has come, and so we are bringing so many new changes in our policies and all this in education.
Okay. So the main issue is that, you know, the students of Nagaland, they go to other states to study because there are no colleges here. The poor infrastructure of colleges. I mean, if you're not going to invest in any of these crucial things of development, then what development do you expect?
We are giving special attention to the colleges and universities in our state when our party comes to power.
Any questions to be raised? Yeah.
I want to put a question to the NPF. You have said that you have chased out the corrupted leaders, but you still have the leaders, the former chief minister as your chief ministerial candidate. The same old party president is there. It is conspicuous and undeniable that you have miserably failed in the past tenure, in the 12th Nagaland Legislative Assembly tenure. So with the same old leader, if given a mandate, do you still believe that you can perform, you can, keep your promises in your manifesto and deliver the goods to the people with the same old leader at the helm of affairs of your party? If so, why and how? Why do you think you can still perform, and how do you think you will perform?
Okay, Mr. Awami.
Thank you. This question comes from a political party leaders. I would like to address it directly. When we say that the maximum of the corrupted leaders has went away, that includes the chief ministerial candidate of NDP, because we have come across that 1,234 crore deficit has been created during his time. For the last 15 years in the terms of NPF-led Dan government, he has ruled the state for 11.5 years. So if there is any corruption, is a failures of development, then he need to be attributed. Second thing is regarding the chief ministerial candidate of the party has its clear manifesto to tackle the anti-corruption issues, and that will come through the pressure of the political party NPF, and that the manifesto will implement.
Any other questions?
I have a questions for NPF, the ruling government. According to election manifesto, you have mentioned lots of developmental works, new projects for downtrodden people. But where do you get funds for these developmental works and projects, since our states don't have enough revenue, and your party is on the opposite bench?
We are already aligned with the Dan NDA. Dan comes under NDA. That is one. And as I have stated earlier, that Nagaland is a welfare state, fully depend on a central fund. And I think for the last 3 and 4 years after the changes of leadership comes, the funding pattern has changed. The funding patterns in the central has changed. Like it has been replaced, like planning commission has been replaced by Niti Aayog. The funding pattern has changed, and the lots of schemes and projects that we have placed is not been approved. And I think that is also one of the reasons that the development is taking a slow pace.
So you have just said that you're part of the NDA, which implies that 3 of the parties here are part of the NDA. So, I mean, what does that mean? Does it mean that there's a friendly fight going on here, or what?
I think that question they should answer. For us, when we talk about the development process in our state, we are talking about people's need. People's need.
People's need. So I think the question is also to you all, because at the end of the day, the NPF and you are both part of the NDA. Are they your rivals here, or are they your friends?
Well, they are running the government and corrupted, so we cannot afford to work with them. So we have created a separate party to bring new changes.
One of the issues is that there are no industries here. Why is there a lack of investment in terms of creating new business? The state is rich in resources. Why is the government is not encouraging enough investment for industries to set up and create plenty of jobs? We'll put that question to the NDPP.
We shouldn't be in such a position. We are very rich minerally. Our mineral resources are very rich, but we were never allowed to explore our riches by the central government, entirely depending on the center, and no infrastructure, no industry, nothing is here.
Well,
So special attention to be given to our state like Nagaland.
well, as far as I know, there is a non-lapsable fund for the northeastern states. There is a 90% investment from the center. Only 10% has to be put into the states. There's an accelerated infrastructure development program, which is for all the northeastern states, including Nagaland. So, I mean, there is a lot of investment from the center. It is the state government that has to implement at the end of the day.
It is, but sometimes any political party in power, they were never in a comfortable position to come up with that 10% also.
Mr. Tulu, yeah.
Regarding this issue, you know, our BJ representative in the assembly was negligible before, and now we have alliance with NDPP, and we have a common minimum program also. And in our manifesto also, our manifesto we mentioned about infrastructure development. That NDPP as well as BJP, that we are going to bring infrastructure development.
So you're saying that the good governance comes from the
Yes,
BJP,
yes.
which will change
Yes,
everything.
Yes, and as I said, BJP is a national political party, and NDPP is a regional political party. And BJP, we want to have with the regional political party. That is why we had the alliance with the regional political party, and we have given the privilege to regional party also. That is why ticket sharing also, they took 40, and we took 20, and we are working hand in hand for the Nagas.
I would like to ask one question from MPF representative. 15 years MPF rule in Nagaland, and it has created a ghost town in Kohima district, especially Kohima town. Just see the project, the town hall, all the pillars, all the walls were constructed, but till date, nothing has been completed. Nothing of the sort has been completed. Not only the town hall, but even the multi-parking house in the PR Hill, and even this NST complex. The pillars are there, but it was not completed. That's why I want to question why these projects were lying incompleted like this for so many years. Are you blaming the state government or are you blaming the central government?
These questions need to be, like, I think answer can be given by the previous government leadership. I would say that very clearly, because any project taken up without blueprint, and without availability of adequate fund, issuing of work orders to the contractors without any specific specifications, the projects have been taken up, and most of the projects has been abandoned or underway, not completed for so many years, means they have borrowed the entire amount of fund that is earmarked for that project. And I think that is the reason why
who are they? I mean, you are the party in power. Who are they?
This, as I say, that all these projects has been taken up under the leadership of previous chief ministership.
To the question to MPF, I want to come back to the topic about the scholarship. Firstly, we received our first installment in the last month, last month of 2017, and recently we received our second installment. But second installment was unfair. We, the government college, that is Kohima College, we received only around 4,500, while all the other colleges received 7,500 something. So, is it because we are government? We are the student of government college, and the school fee structures are less because of that, or something, or was there a filtration on the halfway while dispersing the scholarship?
I think as a political party, well, we cannot go to the nitty-gritty or technical clearance on that, but most of the colleges vary, the scholarship amount varies from colleges to colleges, and I think some technical students get even 20,000-30,000, and some colleges receive lesser amount depending on the fee structures, I think. And I think this need to be clarified from the higher education department, not from the government or the party, I mean.
We're going to take another short break. You're watching Janvani from Kohima. We are discussing issues in the Nagaland elections. Stay with us. Welcome back. Well, Mr. Kesese, you wanted to have a word or ask a question of the NPF government?
Kohima city has been declared as a smart city, but they have created a ghost city. The gentlemen have raised the issue that so many big projects have not come up and completed. Okay. He is blaming the former chief minister. I want to ask which chief minister, because all this project, the NPF president as urban minister have prepared the project. He started the project and he is still the president, and the project have not been completed. I wanted to ask my friend which chief minister is replying to.
Should I answer? He being a former KMC chairman, he will know where have it gone wrong. When I say that smart city get over or launched only recently, and if you remember, if the Naga people remember, in January 2017, there was a hangama in the state. And that is because of the internal politics inflicted on the people, that the ULB election has been boycotted under severe pressure from political leaders who could not enjoy power for some. And I think smart city or any city that has been targeted that comes under the self-governance cannot take place without elected body. And I think election is yet to be held. And this will be kicked off only when election of a ULB or municipal election has been held.
Okay, since you raised the issue of smart city, perhaps we can talk about information technology and the revolution that it can create in terms of employment for the youth. To what extent, are all of your parties looking at this issue of employment using digital technology, and give us some ideas. We start with the Congress. Yeah. Okay.
We have missed the bus during the economic boom of 2004 to 10. Nagaland could have taken the opportunity, but we are still lagging behind. Today, our state is one of the major states in the country which has a sizable English-speaking population, and also the youngsters. The problem is today, it is very sad that thousands of our youngsters are working in the metros in pitiable conditions, getting exploited, shamed, and discrimination from other sources. Why? Because our policy planners have failed in the state. Addressing this issue, our party, we are of the view that given a chance, we have enough potential to set up IT industries, and that more particularly in the form of call centers, BPOs, where enough human resources can be adopted, can be included. Because at the end of the day, if the government has a will, it can go ahead. We are talking about Article 371A being a hindrance to land acquisition and development and all.
Okay.
But just some few weeks back, the Patanjali Trust has all of a sudden descended in Nagaland on a foundation stone laying spree. So if it can be easy for a particular trust, why all these years the government, right from the chief minister to all the ministers, have been saying that it is a hindrance? Okay. So taking that issue, we want to tap the potential of our youths. Instead of migrating to metros, we want to reverse that, create infrastructure in places like Dimapur, Kohima. We have ample workforce. At the end of the day, I repeat, earning 20,000 in Dimapur or Kohima is better than earning 40 or 15 metros.
Mr. Thelu, would you like to comment on this? Because your alliance partner has something called the Make in Nagaland scheme. So I suppose that would be bringing in investment.
Yes, as I'm repeating, I mentioned before also, our party has a clear vision for the Nagas. For all senior citizens, youth, women, students, and we have also mentioned in our manifesto we will bring employment for the unemployed youths, and we.
But how will you do it? That's the whole point.
Yes, that is our vision, and we will bring IT. We will bring infrastructure. We will bring IT. We will bring all-round development so that the youth can get employment.
Okay. Let me ask Mr. Awami, why has...
Sir, before that, as our manifesto, our motto, our slogan is together with all, development for all. That is our slogan, and our alliance with the NDPP, we are working for that. Together with all, development for all.
Mr. Awami, why has tourism not really picked up in the state apart from the Hornbill Festival? You know, there's not much that, I mean, despite the huge potential that the state has for tourism.
As Hornbill has taken the showcase of the state, I think, yes, we have so many potentials in the state, but yet to materialize, that I should admit. And with the vision documents for next target, definitely the party and the government, if it voted to power, will look into that area. And in regard to IT sector, I would like to say that Nagaland state is in a transition period. For IT, I think the first and foremost thing is that the government need to tap the human resources.
Okay.
And I believe that the roadmap is been drawn on that.
Okay, we have I think time for one last question.
Well, if you look at the ground reality, let us not talk about the past. The common man is suffering because of lack of good roads. The capital is starved because there is no adequate clean drinking water as of today. There are a lot of infrastructures all over Nagaland which is unfinished. Students have been agitating and will agitate. Your manifestos give us an insight into what you want to do for us. My question to all of you is, how can we trust you? All of you have been in power one way or the other. Today we are at a crossroad where we want to be at par with the country and with the world. We are left far behind. We are looking for a solution which is eluding us. We are optimistic, and I would like to just reach out to all the voters. Please handle your vote carefully. This is the change that we can bring by casting our vote for the right person. My question back to the political parties is, how can we trust you if you're elected to power that you will honor your word and not go the other way as it has been done over the decades?
I can proudly request you to trust us. We have written our manifesto, and we are going to set up a high-power committee to take care of our manifesto one by one, point by point. We'll be effectively doing it, and we'll show it to you. Deeds, not words. We'll show it by deeds, by our deeds.
Let's move on to Mr. Thilu.
Yes, I said before, we are National Party, and our manifesto is not drafted by ourselves. We have contacted the central leaders, and with the consent, our manifesto was approved. And in our manifesto, we mentioned that whatever manifesto become our director now. Manifesto is our guidance, and with the alliance, we have a full confidence, and we have, as we are committed to follow the manifesto written by us, released by us, promised to the Naga people.
Okay.
We have full confidence, and we are going to achieve.
Mr. Zimomi, in any case, you're only contesting 18, so you can only be in the opposition. So they want to know whether they can trust you as an opposition party.
Of course, coming to infrastructures, as our friend has put it, let me tell you, Congress, despite all our shortcomings, during our years in power, at least we could provide decent basic facilities to the people of Nagaland. During our time, I was a youngster 15 years back ago when I was in Zinabado going to college to Shillong, Delhi. I used to travel from Zinabado to Kohima, not even a single pothole road, and there on to Dimapur. So today, 15 years down the line, forget about potholes. We don't see even an inch of a tar road. That is the situation we have. Whatever bridges were constructed during our time has collapsed. Culvert has collapsed. Culverts have collapsed. Roads are gone. So, you know, of course, as I keep repeating, we as human beings have our own shortcomings. But what we did in the past, in 15 years, it has all been undone. As far as your take on how can you trust us, take it my assurance, in this 15 years, what happened is most of our leaders who were not agreeable to the ideology, who could not be abide by the party discipline, have all migrated to other parties and are fighting among themselves. And these are the same set of leaders. As a congressman, I'll tell you, we have evolved. We are evolving. We have youngsters coming up. We are grooming up. And my take is, today, with 18 seats, it may look insignificant, but just look in the not so distant future, in another years, if not months, we are going to definitely show the people of Nagaland what new vision is all about. That's my take.
Okay, we leave the last word to Mr. Awami. Well, it's the final word, so it's all to you. You're still the ruling party.
Yeah, thank you. And we will still form the government. That is the assurance I would like to give. NDP is a registered political party, but yet to be recognized. The BJP National Party has merited with the newly registered party, but they are having a two boyfriend. We will see the result. The Congress has said that their trusted people has already abandoned them, and now they are shifting the blame to the governing body. But I would say that, to be honest, there is no road, there's no development if the people have been seeing this, like we have observed that. It is all because of corruptions, and the party has taken a strong stand that we will tackle this corruption, the menace of corruptions in the next government. That is the assurance. So we would only request that the people to elect the honest and the committed people whom we have given a ticket this time from the NPF ticket. Thank you.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us, and thank you all of you for being such a nice audience. Well, it's 90% was what the voter turnout was in the last election in 2013, and we're expecting that kind of a voter turnout or even more this time around, because it's going to be a fiercely contested election, even though most of the candidates filed their nominations on the last day of nominations. But that's what's making this contest a very keenly contested one. Thank you very much for watching. We are coming to you from Kohima in Nagaland.